Good evening, everybody. What's going on? Your boy Ebuck here. We are about to do the show that we call Rumble Time. We thank you. We still working out some stuff on the yards and all of that, y'all. Please be patient with us. Give us about a week or so. We'll have everything back and running smoothly and all of that. Everybody will be properly in frame and that type of stuff, okay? But in the meanwhile, we still configuring some stuff and working out a few things. So we appreciate y'all patience with this as we work out the technology and whatnot. But nonetheless, the show must go on and it shall with our girl, the queen of the ring herself. Here she is, Queen Gemini.
Welcome, my gems. Welcome to Rumble Time. Before I get started tonight, I'm gonna start the show off just a little bit different. This show is dedicated to the loving memory of James W. Samuels. And today is most of y'all have heard on some prior shows, the little fellow that loves to pop me whenever I cuss. It's his birthday. So we wishing him a happy. So to kick off the show, as James, if he was here, he would tell me, talk your shit. And that's exactly what we gonna do tonight. So we gonna get started. Now tonight is Q&A. So you got time to get your questions in, because we're gonna talk about two segments from last night's Raw.
Wait a minute, y'all. I done smurfed with some stuff. I'm sorry. Give me a second.
Are we good? E?
All right, yeah, we got you back together.
Okay. We still good? Okay, I'm hoping we.
Yeah, we still good. Yeah, over here, y'all, we have to be on screen to hear each other. It's a little different on the other one, but yeah, we still good, Fee.
Okay. So the first segment to kick off the show we're gonna talk about tonight is the one with Oba and Brock. Y'all, Paul, Paul, come down there. I don't even know what Paul was talking about. Because I zoned out. I was like, why is you out here talking? Because, yeah, your boy ain't got a snowball's chance in you know where of beating Oba. Even though people want to talk about Oba need to be careful because Brock was a UFC fighter and Brock is this and Brock is that. Like, honey, have you seen Oba? Have you seen Oba? This man, he lost his NXT title once, got the title back, defended the title, and vacated the title. Hello? Come on now. Work with me. Work with me. I don't understand why. The only way Brock can beat Oba is if Triple H books it that way. And if he does, he's going to have a problem because fans are going to go off. Because there's no way, there's not a snowball's chance in you know where that is going to happen, that's going to work. It's just not. It's not. And honey, when I say Oba is over with the fan, honey, the fans love Oba. The only ones that are rooting for Brock are well, you can figure it out. I'm be nice today. But honey, Paul in there, he's just off at the mouth and everything. And then he said his little spill and stuff. And then them lights went out. And when them lights went out, we knew what was about to happen. And the little lights went up for Oba, and I'm like, oh yes, it's just time it's time for our boy to come down and everything. And honey, when I tell you the crowd had got behind him, and you got folks, you got old folks, young folks, little children, big grown men up there doing Oba's dance and little strut. I don't even know what to call it. A strut that I don't march. That's a march. That's a march. I ain't gonna call it no that's a march. Honey, everybody just going. And I'm like, yep, he come down there and he ain't playing. And he got up in that ring.
Okay, people. Here's the problem. We had a little surprise for you. And we was gonna actually play the video. But when I tell you, if I would have put on the video that's supposed to be this video right now, I think Nighthawk Network would have been shut down forever. Needless to say, that's the wrong damn video. You will not be seeing that. We just gonna put the link for the video somewhere, and y'all just watch it later, okay? We'll tell you about it later on, Fee.
Oh Lord. Okay, so yeah, Brock thought he was gonna do a little something. He kicked him and tried to put him up on his shoulders. Honey, y'all, when I say he looked like he was struggling, he looked like he was struggling to get him up there. He gonna try to do an F5, and Oprah said not today. And honey, he got down out of that F5 and knocked your boy out of that ring, honey. Brock is sitting down there on the floor looking like, somebody help me, because I wasn't expecting I wasn't expecting all of that. I wasn't expecting all that to happen. I ain't got no sense, y'all. Yeah. You're messing with the wrong.
He knocked the Smurf out of him, okay?
He really did.
And he looked up like, oh, this much strong as he.
Honey, you got to see it. You click on the little, once he post that link, you click on that link and see. You can see it for yourself. See the little highlights. Because I was like, that's what you get. You see, that's why you don't issue no open challenge. Because now you done wrote a check that you're behind can't cash. And yeah, you don't know what you're going to do, huh? Do you? I can't wait for WrestleMania. Because, honey, like I said, Triple H, you better not mess this one up. Because, honey, if you do, honey, it's going to be people looking for you. You think Jacob said it's on site every time he see Drew McIntyre? Yeah, it's gonna be on site for your bald headed behind. You try that shit if you want to. Okay.
All right, y'all. There it is right there. Y'all just click on that link on the thing, and it should take y'all to the highlight. Yeah, see it for yourself. He beat him down pretty good.
So that was that, kicked off Raw. That kicked off Raw. So we're gonna talk about what ended Raw. Okay. For any of y'all here that have not heard me say this, when I refer to Punk, I refer to him as, and now I will go back to the initials, but right now I'm gonna tell you what I call him, the baggy-eyed bitch. Yes, BEB. I am so sick of him. Okay, so he gets, he comes out now. Jimmy was nice. He was like, "Look, I'm just trying to tell you, my brother is on one. He's on the rampage, so you might want to watch your back. I'm just trying to tell you." And so he goes out there, still running off at the mouth. Now, if you cannot fight, you should not be talking so much sugar honey iced tea. When Dom, and I agree with Dom on this, Dominic Mysterio says, when you leave and you go and fight in the UFC, and the 2 fights you have, you lose both of them, that makes all of us look bad. I totally agree with Dom. That means you can't fight. Okay? The only reason why you back in the WWE, let's go ahead and get this straight. The only reason why you back in the WWE is because they got rid of you out of AEW because of your freaking mouth and you're pissing people off. You got in a backstage altercation with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, and they whipped you behind. You think you learn to keep your mouth shut, but no. He brings his butt out there, running off at the mouth like the people like him. The fans don't like you. You're not catching that. They really don't care for you. You are champion. Okay? Ratings went down. They had to get Roman to come and make little appearances and stuff. Ratings go up. You're the champion, though. There's a problem there. That's why when you first run, you never was the man and you had the title. A gentleman made a video about this on the, Tiki Talk, and he said something that was absolutely true. He was mad because he had to face the Undertaker because he wanted to be in the main event. Nobody wanted to see that. John Cena that year of WrestleMania was the main event, and CM Punk was the champion, but he lost that title to who? The Undertaker. He never was that guy. He never could be that guy.
All right. We got Road checking in. She say, "Hey Queen, hey Eric, what's going on, Road?"
Hey, Road.
A quick programming note, Road. You are to meet me at the former EV Muck site. That is where we're doing your show this evening. I'll explain everything when I get over there. Okay. So go to your usual EV Muck studio. Everything should be ready for you to handle biz. Carry on.
So he's never been that guy. Okay. Now, he's up in the ring. Yes, CM Punk is bad. He's up in the ring, running off at the mouth, and he's talking about, Roman said that he gave his cousins permission to come after me, yada, yada, yada. And you know how many Samoans I've seen? 0. I'm like, keep talking, because, honey, I've seen videos, a video where 2 of the cousins have said when they see him, it's on sight. I don't even know who these dudes is, but they don't even look like you would want to run up on them. Yeah. Jacob has said
on site.
Jacob has said He has not seen Punk yet. And he said he hasn't seen me or Solo. And that's only because we on SmackDown. But basically, Jacob was saying, you will be seeing us. Ain't nobody finna let that remark you made slide. And if anybody paid attention to his little BS promo last night, he tried to justify what he said. If you pay attention, he said, it's our job to boost up our matches. So you say some things. No, you can't justify what you said. Because to be honest about it, when he went low, like he did, I would have took it all the way to hell. I'd have made him regret he said that. By the time I got done dragging his wife and that dog, yeah, they'd have been like, yeah, you got to go home for a little while. And I'm not the only one that said that. Roman has been nice and has been very generous with him. But I don't think that's going to last too much longer. But, you know, he goes on and on. Jay comes out there. Roman ends up coming out. Now, Roman tells Jimmy to get Jay, y'all get up out of my ring. Punk is standing over there like he could actually do something because he couldn't beat them if they was coming off a 2-day drunk. He says, you might want to stay. He gonna need your help. That triggered Jay. Jay charged him. Now you talking about Roman needing help. Now I know my vision is not 20/20, but I can hear. Punk never did drop that mic. Punk hit Jay with that mic. I done looked at that clip 50 million times. And I hear, when he hits Jay, I hear the mic. I'm like, he hit Jay with that mic. I'm listening. If I'm wrong, somebody let me know. Look at the clip and let me know. But when I done looked at it and looked at it and looked at it, I don't see the mic drop. I don't hear the mic drop. When he hits Jay is when I hear the mic. He hit Jay with the mic. You talking about Roman need help. You the one need help because you hit Jay with a daggone microphone.
And again, that's the video for that one right there. So y'all can check that out as well.
So, when he hit Jay, that's when Jimmy went for him. This Roman Superman punched him. Okay. Jay gets then here come Adam Pearce with his little y'all know I can't stand him. But here he come, him and other little officials come down, running down there and stuff. And so they, grab him. Jay got Jimmy got Jay. They outside of the ring. Roman's getting ready to get out of the ring. I did not notice it. I didn't notice it last night. I didn't hear it last night, but I heard it when I looked at it again. Jay called Roman by his government name. He said, Joe, you know what to do. Get him. Get him.
Yep, I heard that.
I said, oh, wait a minute. You done used the government name.
Yeah, get him, Joe. Get him.
When I say Roman, something switched right then. Honey, our tribal chief came back. He speared Punk. He beat the brakes off Punk. He beat the brakes off Punk. Put him through the announce table. Sure did. And I loved every minute of it. And Jay stood up there. And Jay, as they standing, getting ready to go up that ramp and everything, Jay put up the ones. Honey, we finna get our old. Y'all might as well forget about that yeeting. I think that's yeah. I don't think we're gonna get too much more of that. Because Punk tried to be smart. Tell me what Jay gonna do? Come out here and yeet me to death? I'm like, don't talk too much shit because they can actually beat your ass. You cannot fight. You need to watch your mouth because people are getting tired of you. Nobody wants you there. The only reason why you there. Now, if y'all go back and look, when he made his little return, and that made me mad because the night he returned, it was doing what was it, Survivor Series, and that was when Randy had returned, and he was part of the team for Cody and them against Judgment Day and everything. And I didn't appreciate it because it took the spotlight because Randy had been out for a while with an injury, and I did not appreciate it because it took away from Randy. Because if you look back at it, Seth lost his mind. They had to literally hold him back. If you look at some of the footage after they went off the air, they was holding Seth because Seth was ready to beat the crap out of him. Now, that following Monday on Raw, he comes talking about, I'm home. That's not what you said about the WWE before. Now, all at once, you home. The only reason why you saying you home is because this is the only place you got to go. And you need a paycheck. You ain't fooling nobody.
I hate you. I've always hated you.
And that's another thing. Yes, this is something that I don't understand. They are giving Punk credit for creating the Shield. When did this happen? I don't know. Because that credit used to always go to Dusty. Now they're saying that he created.
No, I think they got it twisted. I think what it is Dusty created the Shield. He should have just got the credit for introducing them into the lineup because it was his little backstory that brought him in. But in the end, no, he didn't create a damn thing.
That's what I'm saying. And they're giving him credit for creating the Shield. And I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. He couldn't even create a nightmare. And I'm telling you right now, online, there are different group, wrestling pages that are putting, okay, you put a heart for Roman, or you put a thumbs up for CM Punk, for who you want to win at WrestleMania. Who do you think on these little polls is in the lead? Take a guess. It's Roman. He's leading, and everybody that is doing this, he is in the lead. It's one poll that's going, who would you rather see win at WrestleMania? That's how they worded it. And they got a heart for Roman, and they got the little emoji where he's hugging the heart for CM Punk. Do you know Roman's got 10 times the votes? 10 times the vote. And Punk is the champion. never be that man. You will never be that guy. You cannot carry the company. That is obvious when you are holding the title. Ratings drop. What they do? Hey, can somebody please go get Roman and ask him, could he just come and make an appearance? As soon as people find out he's making an appearance, the arena sells out and the ratings go up because everybody stuck to their TVs. They couldn't get tickets to get there. If it comes down to it, and you say, who you pay to see, CM Punk or Roman Reigns? What you think they gonna say? Because if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna pay to see Roman Reigns. I don't care nothing about no CM Punk. Never have, never will. Because I'm sick of him and I'm sick of his mouth. Because this, as soon as you say something he don't like, or you say something that hurt his feelings, then he gonna have a whole tantrum. And I'm gonna tell you, if WrestleMania, now some folks talking about, well, Punk gonna win at WrestleMania. If they let him win, that'll be the biggest mistake they have ever made in their whole entire life, because he needs to go. He don't need that title. He don't. We need to end this reign, because it's just, we his title reign. He was talking about, he made a remark about he had nerve enough saying that Roman, and he talking about, how he put it, Roman 20 minutes into the match, Roman will be winded with his he's all oiled up and stuff, and with drying up, and you got to look at it. Who is you talking about? Because if you go back and look at his last few matches, that match he had with Finn should have won that title. Finn should have won that title. Punk barely made it through that match. He's trying to say Roman is not in condition. You are a lie, and the truth ain't in you. His last few matches, he has been hanging on by a wing and a prayer. I'm like, is he gonna make it?
Yeah, because hold on, get back in here. Okay, yeah, because remember, I'm gonna be a fighting champion. Y'all go see me. I'll be here every week. Suddenly, we ain't fighting no more. We just running our mouth and quoting everybody else that talk instead of coming up with our original stuff. Yeah, this ain't playing out well.
No, it's not. So he need to go somewhere, sit down, and shut up, and pick a fight with somebody he can get a win off of, something quick and easy. That'd be his best bet. Now, to the fun part. our Q&A time. Q&A time. Q&A time. You got any questions that have come in, E?
Hold on, P. We got a couple for you. I gotta look up the one though. Give me a second.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Good evening, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
Okay. Robin has two questions. Nice.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Robin's first question is this. We are talking pay-per-views, right? She wants to know what happened to the All Ladies pay-per-view. Are they still planning on doing that this year?
Mm.
Mm.
I don't think they know. Did we have it last year? I can't remember. I think we had it last year. Um, and the ladies have proven that they can hold their own with their own pay-per-view. They proved that because honey, everybody tuned in and everything, and they packed out the house, the whole 9 yards and everything. So that it's not an issue. If they can do it, they can do it. If you have noticed with the pay-per-views, is the schedule is we're not getting the schedule like we did with Vince. Vince, at by the time December would hit, Vince already had the schedule for the next year, and you knew every PLE for the following, for the next, upcoming year. That's not happening because what's happening in May? Is it Backlash? No. What's the wait a minute? Yeah, Backlash. Backlash is in May. That wasn't even on the calendar. It just got stuck in there. Then there was one that just got stuck in June. It's like they're just sticking them here, there, and everywhere. So the calendar is not complete like it should be. Because if you remember at the end of last year, when I was talking about the PLEs for the following year, at that time we only had about 4 that was actually on the calendar. At that time. So at this point, we're just gonna have to wait and see if they decide, hey, let's put them here, because sometimes they'll do 2 in a month. So we just gonna have to wait and see what they do, because they got the schedule all jacked up. I hope that answered it. that's the best thing I can answer you. Ooh.
Okay, that is that one. All right. Her next question.
Mm-hmm.
Here's an interesting one. I think we've actually talked about this a little bit, you and I. Okay. As we know, WrestleMania is a 2-night event. SummerSlam is now a 2-night event.
Mm-hmm.
WWE being what it is, what will be the next pay-per-view that ends up going to be a 2-night event?
Wait a minute. It's WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series.
Makes sense. I would see that. Yeah. I mean, because here's my thing. Once upon a time, it was supposed to be what every brand, the NXT, the Raw, the SmackDown, all had their separate pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of happened to that? NXT got its own thing, and I kind of like them having their own separate thing. Their pay-per-views are set up different. They're in smaller venues, crowd much hyper. That underground thing is amazing.
Yes, it is. Now, NXT still has their own PLEs.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going, from what I understand, they're going to continue to have their own PLEs. And those you will be able to watch on Peacock. Now,
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Another question coming in. This is a new person. Coach Tony's checking in. Coach Tony
hey, Coach Tony.
agrees. I agree with you. I don't like this new WWE. Here's an idea. Check this out. He said, here's an idea.
Mm-hmm.
He said, every week on SmackDown, they should have a Royal Rumble. and the winner of the weekly Royal Rumble should be the person in the feature match of the night. What do you think of that? Good question, Tony.
Ooh.
Good question.
Okay, hold on. And
So okay, here's the thing. How exactly would that play? Because remember, the feature match of the night ain't always one of the male people. Sometimes it's a female person. So are they gonna switch up every other week? One week it be all the guys or certain guys, and one week it's all ladies.
Whoever's wreaking the most havoc.
Okay, here's another reason why I like that idea. All right, here's the thing.
A good idea.
You have the Rumble, right? Obviously, somebody gonna win it. Now you know a couple people gonna mess around and help the other person, or it's gonna be some hokey pokey. You had them people in one of the other matches. Yeah, cause see, so I knew you had a problem with me. We're gonna deal with this in the back, and they're like, no, y'all gonna deal with this in the ring. So they be the match before the big match. And then you just slap in the rest of it.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. Tony, I kind of like that idea.
That'd be a good idea.
I don't know if this is your first time checking out the show, Coach Tony, but yeah, keep checking in. That was a good one.
That'd be a good one.
I ain't mad at that.
That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one.
All right. Now, another question. Our guy Sam is checking in.
Okay.
He has a question for you.
Cool.
He says, what one place here in America should always have a pay-per-view every year? That's not Vegas, mind you.
North Carolina.
In case y'all did not know, Queen is located there in North Carolina. Okay, now, truthfully, Queen, I say it's one or two places that you may not think about until you think about it. One is Portland. Portland always seems to have a pretty interesting crowd when they go to Portland. And I think because it's there and ain't nothing going on in Portland, they could get the type of turnout that would be different than your average place. The other place I'm thinking is kind of obvious. You got to do one every year, Madison Square Garden.
That's what I would. Yeah, that's
it makes sense. I mean, Madison Square Garden always gonna be sold out.
Madison Square Garden is automatic.
You could pretty much do one every day that week, and it will be sold out every day that week.
It's automatic. It's the Garden. Yeah, because it's. I'm gonna tell you something. When it comes to the Garden, let me tell you how quickly the Garden sells. My granddaughter, my oldest grandchild, had decided last year for our anniversary, she wanted to, get us she found out that they was doing a Raw in Madison Square Gardens, and it was on our anniversary, and she was gonna get tickets. So she was waiting for her little payday and to get the tickets, right? Guess what? That sucker was sold out. She was so heartbroken. She was like,
yeah, I mean, because if not Madison Square Garden, then definitely Yankee Stadium. To understand how that goes, Jay-Z announced last week that he's actually going to do 2 concerts at Yankee Stadium this season, just because he wanted to celebrate the anniversary of his first album, Reasonable Doubt.
Oh, wow.
They did a pre-sale for the tickets. The pre-sale of the tickets for both nights sold out in less than 60 seconds. That's the pre-sale. The tickets that was left, they put out yesterday. They said by the time they shut down the queue, it was over 1.5 million people in the queue waiting to try to get tickets.
Wow.
They are already selling the tickets on eBay for prices up to $20,000 per ticket. Now I don't think they'll get quite that much for the pay-per-view for WWE, but they will definitely get 5 to 10K if they did a pay-per-view and basic pay-per-view in New York, period. Remember, down there 12.5 million people in that area, so it only makes sense to do.
Yeah. So if they do Madison if they do Madison, at
Mm-hmm.
least give us a chance. Give us now. We done proved something. North Carolina done proved something because we've never been on the road to WrestleMania ever up until this year, and we was added. They added 9 cities to the road to WrestleMania. One was Charlotte, North Carolina. The other was Raleigh, North Carolina. When I say North Carolina did not disappoint, they did not disappoint. They sold that out. So give us a chance. Give us at least one of the
Right.
PLEs, and let's see what we do. I bet you we'll sell that sucker out.
And honestly, I would love to see them a couple times a year go to a small venue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about like a couple thousand. Very special episode of, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And someplace that don't hardly get nothing. Don't really have no sports. Like I like to see them go to a place like Iowa or Nebraska.
They should do something they did back here.
Tennessee, not Tennessee, Arkansas, someplace like that.
They should do what they did on one of the Raws back here during the pandemic. They was at the Performance Center. This is
Mm-hmm.
when they started slowly having the artists, letting the audience come in,
I recall that.
and they used the Performance Center.
Mm-hmm.
And
That would be the one down in Orlando, correct?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
they packed that sucker out. They packed it out. And I'm like, that's nice. That's nice and lovely. Not too big, not too small, just right.
Just right.
So that something like that would work.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Got a comment in the comment section. We got Coach B checking in. What up, though, family? What up, Coach B? What's
Hey,
happening, bruh?
hey, Coach V.
Please check out Coach B. Straight Sports Talk on Fridays at 8. Appreciate you checking in, Coach. But yep, that's all the questions I got on this end.
Okay, I got two.
Ah, all right.
I got two.
All right.
First
Okay.
one. First one is, who is the best talker in wrestling history?
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, Coach say he just got in from practice.
Oh, okay.
And what up, though, Queen? All right.
All
What up?
right. Nothing much.
Okay, so who is the best talker in wrestling history?
Mm-hmm.
Now, y'all know me, but I'm not going there. Absolutely, the Macho Man is in that top 5 for me, but I can't get him number 1. And I think a lot of people will agree with what Coach just said. His choice is the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Okay.
If he ain't number 1, he damn near close to it.
Okay.
But I want to just put people up on game for a couple folks that me and you may be familiar with, but some of y'all not so much. First of all, I got to talk about the legend, one Dusty Rhodes. Okay? Hard Times. The Hard Times promo by far in my mind is the best promo ever cut in wrestling. And then my other choice, somebody that people don't talk about nearly enough, superstar Billy Graham. Superstar Billy Graham could cut a promo with the best of them, okay?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We got some all right. Yeah, he said, yeah, he definitely talked that talk, said Coach B, talking about Ric Flair.
Mm-hmm.
But who you got, Queen? Who you got?
The best talker. And most of these guys that you name got their style from this individual, Thunderbolt Patterson.
The legend, Thunderbolt Patterson. Please let me clear the ring so you can tell the people about the great Thunderbolt Patterson, okay? Let me get on out your way. Hold on.
Thunderbolt Patterson, Dusty got his style, took his style. Booker T took some of his sayings. There is very few wrestlers that you see, especially the old school, that they took from Thunderbolt. If you ask them, where did you get that from? They'll tell you it came from Thunderbolt Patterson. When I say that man could cut a promo, if you go on YouTube and put him in and look back at some of his old promos, he could cut a promo. By the time he got done, you be like, you know what? You just rethought all your life decisions. You like, you know what? I don't even want to fight you no more. I'm just gonna go somewhere and sit down and mind my own business. That man had a style about him that nobody can touch. Many have duplicated, but you cannot touch the original. And to me, he is the number one talker in the business because so many people have copied him. They have studied him. They have, especially Dusty.
And you know, Thunderbolt Patterson was good friends with somebody I know y'all familiar with, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. Talking about cutting a promo. So maybe he got some of his style from the great Muhammad Ali.
So when it comes to wrestling, a lot of wrestlers, that's where they would. I looked at Thunderbolt. I got that from Thunderbolt. So in my number one pick is Thunderbolt Patterson.
I like it. I ain't mad at it. Again, y'all. I'm glad that when y'all watch the show, y'all check it out. But sometimes we make some references that you may not readily know. Please take the time to do a little research. Use that YouTube and find some of these folks we're talking about. You will be pleasantly surprised sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look up Thunderbolt Patterson, definitely will be pleasantly surprised. I do believe there is, in fact, a documentary about Thunderbolt Patterson on YouTube that you can check out. Let me see if I can track that down right quick so I can put the link on that place.
Now I'm gonna give you the next question. And you already kind of touched on it. What is the greatest promo of all times. The greatest promo of all times in my is the Hard Times. Dusty Road, Hard Times. Because you felt that thing. I haven't seen a promo since then that hit the way Hard Times hit, because it was true back then, just as it's true today. So anytime people play that promo, people feel that. Every word that he said, somebody could relate to it.
All right. Did not find the I did not find a documentary, but I did find a collection of Thunderbolt Patterson promos for y'all to check out on YouTube. So that's what that link is, all right? The best of Thunderbolt Patterson promos. Check it out.
Without a shadow of a doubt, I can't think of nobody. Now we've had some that have cut some good promos over the years. That's nice, and okay, it was good. But I mean, Hard Times, that stuck with a lot of people. If you can ask anybody, if you ask anybody a Dusty Road promo, the first thing they'll say is Hard Times. You can ask somebody don't even know nothing about wrestling, but they know who Dusty Rhodes is. They can tell you that Hard Times promo before they can tell you anybody else promo. So the number one promo in my book is the Hard Times. The number two promo is Ric Flair, his styling and profiling.
I would say either in order to beat the man, you got to beat the man promo or the Space Mountain promo. Either one of those works for me. And definitely in our top five, I got to go with the Randy Macho Man Cream of the Crop promo.
Yeah, that would be that would be number three. But yeah, I'd give that number three. But those three are the top three.
Notice, children,
I'm trying to think how
we did not mention a name that I think a lot of y'all would mention.
who
You already know who.
who.
The immortal Hulk Hogan.
First of all, he's not immortal. He ain't Sugar Honey Iced Tea. Um, what promo has he ever cut that anybody wants to remember? Nothing.
Brother. I mean, Nick. I mean, brother.
That's not a promo. That's not a promo. What Dusty did was a promo. When Rick said what he said, willing, dealing, kiss stealing. Wait a minute. What is it? No, I'm saying it wrong. Kiss stealing, willing, dealing, limousine riding, jet flying,
Alligator shoe wearing.
yeah, alligator shoe wearing son of a gun.
Gun, yep.
That's a promo. That is a promo. Brother is not a promo. I hear my little grandson call his brother 755 times when they at my house.
He'd be like, what? Brother, brother, brother.
Brother, you heard grandma calling you? Brother, you better leave me alone. That ain't a promo. That is not a promo. He don't count. He ain't said nothing that anybody wanted to remember.
Wait a minute. There is something we need to discuss.
That
As you
Hall of Fame.
recall, yes, you know I was going there. Okay, you already going there.
Okay, so if we got all the questions out of the way, yes, I want to discuss the last few minutes we got. I want to discuss that Hall of Fame because I ain't happy about this Hall of Fame because Dennis Rodman is going to fame. Dennis Rodman was a part of WCW, the little NWO BS. He was hanging with Hulk Hogan and them. He going into the Hall of Fame. Please tell me for what?
You know it's a bad Hall of Fame season if you had to dig and put that brother in.
No, it ain't a bad Hall of Fame. They just making stupid A decisions. Now,
how many real actual wrestlers, as we talked about last week, should be in a Hall of Fame instead of this clown?
Let me say this, and I said this last night to my husband. In all actuality, Jim Cornette should have went into the Hall of Fame before freaking Oswald Cobblepot.
Tennis racket and all, these are facts.
He should have been in that. I don't care if you do have a problem with what he said. He ain't where he tell a lie at. He ain't told a lie yet. He should be in the daggone Hall of Fame. Now, today it was announced Sid Vicious is going into the Hall of Fame under the legacy part. So Sid Vicious, also known as Psycho Sid, is going on under the legacy.
Okay, well, you know, we said that should have happened. So that's a correction. I ain't mad at that one.
So I'm not mad at that because, okay, the only two out of everybody that's going in this year that deserves to go in is Sid Vicious and AJ Styles.
Completely agree.
Now, some people will be like, well, what about Demolition? They was tag team champions. I don't give a rat's baby butt about Demolitions. Because let me explain something to you. Demolition only came about because they was the bootleg version to
the Road Warriors.
That's the only reason why they came about. That was supposed to be Vince's answer to the Road Warriors.
Yep, that's why. Yep, because that's why when Vince finally did get the Road Warriors and had them match up, Vince had them beat that eye.
They beat them out of them. Now let me let you in on something else. Smash, the one that Smash, he's formerly known as Crusher Khrushchev. He was in NWA. He was running with Ivan and Nikita Koloff. He was not that good. He wasn't. That's why I was so glad when they got rid of him. Because it made them look weak. When they got rid of him, okay. They looked, and it was just Ivan and Nikita. mm. But no, just like Stephanie McMahon is going into the Hall of Fame. Please tell me how in the hello is Stephanie McMahon going in the Hall of Fame before Miss Elizabeth, before China? And I can't say what I said last night because, yeah, I done reached my limit on cussing tonight.
Stephanie McMahon was a former champion.
Now, I know you did not even say that with a straight face.
No, I did not.
KB said the same thing. Tell me, didn't she hold the title?
Now look, okay. You already know it's BS. Remember, every McMahon except for Linda did held a title at some point. Outside of Shane, the rest of them probably couldn't wrestle their way out of paper bag for Ree.
Right.
Remember, Vince was just jacked. I mean, he was in some tremendous ass shape for somebody that age, but come on now.
Well, I'd be in tremendous shape too if I was doing strong.
I ain't mentioned how he got there. I just mentioned that he was there.
Anyway. I'm just saying.
All right. Yeah. Before we head on out here, y'all, a couple things. First of all, thank you, Queen, for being part of the network. I appreciate you. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Y'all definitely have been watching the show more these last few weeks. We do recognize. Thank y'all as we are going through our growing pains of switching sets and all that good stuff. So hopefully another week or two when we get everything together, y'all will really have it going on for us. Because of course around that time it'll be WrestleMania time. So we should have some good stuff to talk about, I hope. Second of all, my radio station, which I'll be advertising throughout the week on all the shows, that is the new and improved station that's called Hawk World Radio Detroit. It is back on Live 365. It is real easy to find now. You're going to go to your Google store, look up Live 365, download the app, and then go on the app and look up Hawk World Radio Detroit, and you will find it, and you will click on it, and you will add it to your favorites, and then you can go to Live 365 app and click on it, and it'll take you straight to the station every time. You can do that for us. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. And now Queen shall close out the show.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for the questions. Those was awesome, honey. Keep them coming. I love the questions because they just they bring me so much joy. I tell you, thank y'all so much. I just I ain't got no words for tonight because I tell you, today was a rough one. But I was determined I was going to do the show today, and hey, it's been a blast. It has, and I appreciate you guys. Sunday. We gonna do something different. We still gonna do something different because the programming, since it got so it's different. So we're gonna be doing different things. We're not just gonna totally focus on the shows and stuff. So I got a little something up my sleeve. You'll find out on Sunday. Sunday's gonna be interesting. So I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye.